Hey, hey, hey.
What's
Looks like
up?
we're back live
Yes.
on the greatest thing you've never heard. Um yeah. Doing another next time on segment. It's been a minute since we've done a live video, but
hmm
here we are again. How are you doing? I'm I'm Ben. Hashtag humble Ben. There's John. Hashtag affable John. How you doing? Hashtag affable John.
I'm doing all right. It's Friday.
Yeah. It is Friday. It's Friday.
Yes, it is.
I that's what they tell me anyway. I'm not 100% on it,
It's the
but
word on the street.
it's the word on the street. Yeah. Um, so thanks everybody who has checked out the past couple episodes we did on Offenders Endless Struggle. It was really cool to have Pat Doyle on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that guy had so many cool stories about, like, I mean, touring as a hardcore band in the 80s, you know, hang like their van broke down. They just hang out at Reed Mullins' house for a week.
I know.
Like,
It's like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. It was really great. That was yeah, I mean, if you listen to the podcast, you'll know that I'm a huge fan and have been, forever. So that was kind of a bucket list thing for me. I always wanted to have an opportunity to interview those guys. I used to write for a music blog, and I had always kind of wanted to do that, but it was right around the time that one of the guys had passed away, and I didn't feel comfortable reaching out to them, and
Sure.
so but I don't just they kind of work. It just worked out. So here, so that was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes so, it's interesting. The interviews that we've gotten have been like ones that a lot of them have been ones that's like, there's no way we'll get this person to come on, and it's
Yeah,
just, and then they come on, and I'm
yeah,
like, whoa.
yeah.
Um, yeah, always a like every interview we do, there's usually a moment or two where I kind of just go, oh shit, we are talking to this person. Like, how did that happen?
This poor
This
person is talking to us right now.
I'm I have gotten away with something that I should not be allowed to get
Yeah,
away with.
that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gearing up. We're right about to record. Right after this, we'll go record our next episode on a real. It's gonna be an interesting one. Like, this is either gonna be a really short or a really long episode, and I'm not sure which one it is. A very singular record, if ever there was one. And our thirtieth album, we ought to
Fitting.
say.
Yep.
Yeah. Our 30th album, and yeah, without further ado, it's Warning, Watching from a Distance. 2006, I believe.
2006. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is as I'm sure I will say on the show in 5 minutes, a traditional Doomhead's traditional Doom record. Um,
It's the doomiest of doom.
yeah. I mean, I
And
think if you were to think of sort of a gold standard or archetype of what traditional doom metal would sound like, you're really not going to do much better than Watching from a Distance.
yeah, yeah, it's fucking great too, which
It really is.
we will get
Yeah.
into in the episode. And uh but yeah, it's a classic album. If you're not familiar with, kind of the world of doom, particularly traditional doom, beyond, the obvious signposts that everybody knows, you could do a lot worse than to start with this album. It's not an emotionally easy album to listen to, uh,
No.
but it's also really well done. And it's I think it's a great representation of, you know a very specific style of music that I think a lot of people are kind of intimidated by, almost.
Yeah, I think so. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
If not an emotionally weighty one. But we'll get into all that. In the meantime, what records you been listening to?
Well, I but checked out been checking out some new stuff just to kind of get on top of the new stuff. And I listened to the new Nervosa record, the It's a Brazilian thrash band, predominantly Brazilian. So their new album, which is it's a lot of fun. It's very gritty, a lot of energy. It was recorded well. I mean, it hits all the right points for an album like that. Like
Yeah,
if that's what you're looking for.
I know they had some lineup changes. Like I think they went from being like a 3-piece to at least a 4, if not a 5-piece.
Yeah, I think they're a 4-piece now. Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's just the guitar player from the original lineup remaining now.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw them at the White Swan
Oh, yeah.
about 4 or 5 years ago. They put on a great show. They put on a
Yeah.
great show.
Yeah, they're pros. I mean, they've been around.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a great record. I mean, if you like thrash, and it's definitely a good representation of that. But anyways, yeah, I've been listening to that. I've been listening to a band called Con. That album, we had talked a little bit about it. The album's called Monsoons. It's psychedelic, kind of in the kind of heavy, kind of jamming kind of psych. Mostly instrumental. I believe there are some vocals on there, if I'm remembering correctly. But I enjoyed that quite a bit. And those are really the 2 albums that I've been listening to since we last did one of these. Just as far as new stuff, everything else is stuff we all know. So
Fair enough.
Yeah. How about you, Ben?
So I've been today I've been jamming a brand new Here Lies Man record called, I believe it's called Ritual Divination.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, Here Lies Man, if you don't know them, it's an interesting concept. They're from LA, but the idea is basically to take heavy rock and mix it in with like Afro beats and world music and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes at the sound in a way that is very unique, and a lot of times is really, really cool. Like I've got my favorite records out of their catalog. I think this is their 4th record, so all of them have come out, like they're putting out like a record a year. They're going at a pretty torrid pace.
Yeah.
But it's all been really good. New record is really good. On Writing Easy, great label. So definitely recommend that one.
Is that the album with the burnt matches?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay. I'd read about that. I actually wanted to check that out. So I'm glad that reminds me that I need to go listen to that. That's cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard the new Asphyx album as well, by the way.
Okay.
Asphyx. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
there were a lot.
It's okay.
It's okay. There's a lot that came out today, and I haven't had a chance to check out much of it. Except put out a record today. Steven Wilson.
Yeah.
Man, and I know I'm forgetting some. There's a bunch. So
yeah.
Good time to go check out new music.
Yeah, it's starting to come in now. This for the years. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And before we sign off of this, I'm wearing my Watching from a Distance shirt. So
excellent.
Perfect for tonight. I didn't plan that much.
Correct. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that covers it. So we'll see everybody on Tuesday. Check out the new episode on Warning Watching from a Distance. We'll go record that episode and hopefully not screw up too much.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Bye.